Hi everybody, I'm Vicky Pattison and I'm here with the lovely guys at Perky Pear for their new Uplifting You campaign. The Uplifting You campaign is all about making women feel good inside and out. Perky is a brand that wants people to feel confident, good about themselves. It's not about changing who you are or hiding your so-called flaws. It's about making the most of what you got and feeling really good. And who doesn't love that? I'm a Perky Pear ambassador because I actually just really like the product. I use it, I love it, I have for years and it works. And I feel like every woman needs a pair of Perkies. My favourite Perky Pear product, there is a lot to choose from, but my favourite has to be the OG, the lift and shape tape. It's the one that's shaped like a pear, it's dead recognisable. I just feel like when I'm wearing, like, you know, suits and stuff and you get that sexy aesthetic with nothing underneath, they work perfectly for that. And also things like this, I'm wearing it now actually. I think it's so hard because, like, accepting your body, learning to love yourself, unfortunately, like, it does really just come with age. And I look back at, like, how I was when I was 18 or even in my 20s, and I was so insecure, so racked with self-doubt. And I was downright miserable. Like, I spent so much of my life actually hating what I saw in the mirror. And I wish I could go back. And I wish I could tell myself, you know, that you don't have to look like everybody else. And that your flaws and all those things, that's what make you interesting and beautiful. I kind of feel like you have to realise it yourself and go through it. It's almost like a rite of passage. I would tell myself it gets better. And I'd give me a big hug. I would also tell me to lay off the fake tan a little bit because at one point I was radioactive. Self-love and self-care, I know they look different for absolutely everybody, but for me, well, self-love is acceptance, isn't it? You know, realising that you're not going to look like everyone on Instagram, but that's okay, because even they don't really look like that, you know? And in terms of self-care, it depends on my mood. Like, if I am due on my period, it is chocolate and loads of it, and Disney films and snuggles. But if I'm just feeling a little bit low, a little bit run down, it's walking the dog, it's having a nice bath. It's chocolate hobnobs. There's a lot of chocolate in my self-care. I think learning to love the skin you're in is, like, one of the hardest things you'll ever do in life. It's almost like society doesn't want you to like what you see in your mirror. They probably don't, you know, but it feels like a really rebellious act. So many years of my life I spent not ordering what I wanted on a menu. And I hate that for me. I hate that for anyone, you know. Life's too short to not eat the cheese, to not have the milkshake, to not have the wine, to not get the chips. And as I got older, I realised that, like, yes, I want to look good and yes, I want to feel great, but what good is that if you're not living a life that you want, you know, filled with friends and laughter and dancing on tables and sand between your toes and everything. So I suppose learning to love the skin you're in is accepting that nobody's perfect, and that's what makes you beautiful. Social media can be an amazing place, you know. You can see what your friends are doing a million miles away at just a click of a button, but it can also be super unhealthy and super toxic and really addictive. I read somewhere once that you post when you're happy but scroll absent-mindedly when you're sad, and it's almost like a form of self-harm. Like, I've done it, scrolling and scrolling till eventually you don't feel thin enough and you don't feel happy enough and you just don't feel adequate. So I would always advocate, when you're feeling like that, when social media isn't serving you or bringing you peace, to take a break. Have a step back and have a digital detox, you know? Trust me, you won't miss nothing. You won't miss anything. Maybe the Kardashian will have a kid, but they'll have another one, I swear. So don't panic. And also realise that half of what you see on there isn't real. And instead of coveting someone else's lifestyle or life or look or whatever, you should focus on you. I have this saying, and I don't think it's mine, I definitely can't take credit for it, but it's, don't let your ice cream melt while counting someone else's sprinkles. And I feel like that's a really nice way to describe Instagram. You can spend ages looking at someone's perfect bod or perfect outfit and miss all the good things you've got going on in your life. It's a waste. Come off, prioritise your own happiness and yourself and focus on what's really happening. And then when you feel great and you feel good, go back on and leave flame emojis under every lass's picture. Be that bitch.